All right, friends. Well, I don't know what's going on with Facebook this morning. It's because Leo Ortiz was talking about bows. We were joking about, I swear, every time we talk about something like the president, and we got Mandy back on here. Good morning to you, Mandy. We're back live now. I don't know what the deal is. It's every time we say something about President Trump or bows and arrows or weapons, it's like, oh, we're done, and it kicks us. So I guess it blocked us. So you know what we did? Is we said, you know what, Facebook, adios, and we've switched over to YouTube now. So we're back up on YouTube. And, Lee, we got to quit talking about that, man.
Well, I'm just trying to raise awareness. That's all I'm doing.
My goodness. You know, something about Lee, and it gets mad, and it just kicks us out. So now I've been kicked off by I don't know if that's the case, guys. But anyways, we're back here on YouTube. I tried YouTube. So Facebook has like two different servers, and they have backup servers. I tried every one of those and different keys, and none of them worked. So there you go.
Interesting. So
anyways, we got Mandy back here, Amanda Garling of A1 Smartphone and Tablet. Good morning to you, man. I'm sorry. You know, we were having so much fun, and then all of a sudden it's like, see you later. So how things going this morning? Let's restart.
I was going to mention that my last name is Murphy, so of course Murphy's Law. If you bring me on, what can go wrong will go wrong.
Oh my goodness. Well, we're talking this morning. By the way, if you've been on the Facebook stream, I've posted the link to the YouTube stream. So those of you that are out there listening on the app as well, I've posted it on YouTube. You know, I would love to use YouTube every time. The issue is we get so much more social interaction. There's that, whenever I say words like that, man, it starts coming out like Sean Connery. We get so much social interaction on Facebook, which is why I like to use Facebook. And so, again, if you were listening on Facebook, I've put the link to YouTube. So go join us there. That's where we're at right now. Mandy, tell us a little bit just about your business. I know we started into that. You talked about Georgetown before Facebook decided to kick us off for a minute. Talk to us about how you guys really got into business and the wonderful things that you're doing at A1 Smartphone and Tablet Repair. You guys are amazing. And Chris is there. By the way, good morning, Chris.
Morning, Rob.
So
Lee.
we opened business in 2014, saw a need for cell phone and tablet repair. We started off just as cell phone and tablet repair. Chris had done computer repair growing up, even pagers repair growing up and stuff. And so as our business has progressed, we've now gotten into computers and Macs. We do drone repair. You name it, it's just kind of, I tell everybody, before you throw an electronic away, bring it by. There may be something we can do to fix it. It may not need to be just thrown away. So we've had people show up with their sound equipment, you know, just things for their cars and stuff, and we just get to fixing them and stuff. So we do a little bit of everything for your electronics concerning your actual phones and tablets and stuff. We can do from hardware repairs to software repairs, same with your computers, Macs, the whole 9 yards. So yeah, we do micro soldering, water damage restoration.
So talk a little bit more about that micro soldering, because I didn't really understand any of it until I met you guys. And Chris, the stuff that y'all have is unbelievable. I mean, the knowledge that you have in this industry, it really sets you apart from a lot of other folks that do this. Talk to us a little bit more about that micro soldering, because it's pretty incredible, man.
So yeah, we got our first micro soldering set up, I'd say probably about 3.5, 4 years ago. It came after we ended up having to replace a device for a customer. Basically, repair went wrong. I didn't have a clue of how to fix it. It was a brand new iPhone 6S back when they were selling for about, I think $850. And we replaced that device, and me and Mandy sat down and pretty much decided that it'd probably be a wise investment to start actually doing the soldering. So if something does go wrong, we can fix it. We saw a big, kind of a big thing with a lot of repair shops is when they don't know, they just say, oh, it's a board level repair, and sorry, you don't owe us anything. Or sometimes some shops would actually charge customers to hand them back a
broken device.
Yeah, broke device. And that's when we started getting into the micro soldering. And of course, micro soldering or soldering in general is just a skill you have to build up. You don't want to be practicing on customers' phones or anything like that. From there, we started doing the level 3 rework, which is basically pulling chips off of boards. You can't get in with a soldering iron on chips and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to use a hot air rework station or a ultraviolet, a UV rework station. And from there, really, we started doing TriStar repairs, chip swaps to recover data, all that good stuff. Well, it's frustrating at sometimes because it's not your standard computer board and stuff like that. We're working with boards that are the size of a Kit Kat bar, you know.
Well, I have no idea how you guys do it, man. You let me kind of look on it. Yeah, and Mandy's showing it there for those of you that are watching now on YouTube. I mean, it's just tiny, tiny stuff. And Chris, you showed me a little bit about how that technology works in the microscope. It's pretty incredible, man.
It is. It's I never thought it was going to get this deep, but there's obviously a need for it. I've had forensics labs call me from Austin. There's a few that we know in other states and stuff like that, and we try to work as a network, almost a community outside of our community.
Well, just talking more here with Chris and Mandy this morning here on Good Morning Georgetown from A1 Smartphone and Tablet Repair. Appreciate you guys being with us. We're gonna have to go ahead though and we're gonna continue this, but we're definitely gonna have to schedule y'all again to get it on the on Facebook, and we won't have Lee on talking about arrows next time. I'm just kidding, Lee. But it's because we spoke about it. But we're talking again to Chris and Amanda with A1 Smartphone and Tablet Repair located on Williams Drive. What really helps you guys stand apart? I mean, your service, you know people personally in this community. Mandy, you know, you've been a caregiver. You understand what it's like to help people and give back. What really sets you guys apart and really distinguishes your business?
I would say that the quality of our care, the quality of our repairs, we try to go above and beyond. I try to imagine that when you come in with a broken phone, that's me with my broken phone. And how do I want to treat myself? You know, how do I need to take care of this person that their whole life is falling apart when their phone's broken? You know, and now with the whole COVID thing, that means that people are trying to work from home. They're trying to stay connected of what's going on. What are we supposed to be doing? Are we supposed to be sheltering in place? Are we never supposed to leave our house again? And all these stresses. And if your phone's broken or your computer's broken or anything, that's putting a lot more stress. So when people come in here, I try to comfort them, let them know that they're in good hands, that they're going to be taken care of, that we actually care about them. I am human, so anything can happen, but we do care about everybody, and we're trying to do the best we can. And same with the repairs. You know, we try to do the very best in our repairs, because if it was our phone, if it was our grandmother's phone, you know, we would want her to be connected to the outside world and stuff. So honestly, I just think what does separate us is that we go above and beyond. We try to care about everybody like they're our own family. You know, it's us, it's our family. And that's what Georgetown is. We are a big family, you know, here, from all of our neighbors and everything like that. And so I just look at it, everybody's my family, so I'm going to take care of them all the right way.
Love that. And so that means if you want to have if you're hungry, go by and see them. They're going to barbecue for you, pizza. No, I'm just kidding, guys. But you probably would, though, honestly. I mean, I know.
Yes, I tell some of our customers, you know, I'm like, if you need help changing a light bulb, because some of our customers are older and stuff, I'm like, we're here. I will come to your house and change a light bulb for you.
But the core of the business, you know, of course, is taken care of. Go ahead, Lee.
Hey, so what do you tell like customers who don't want to spend $1,000 on a new iPhone or new Android if they can bring in their equipment or their phones? Like, for example, I've got an Android S7 and it's starting to slow down, and my wife's the same thing. But I was just kind of wondering, do you guys are you able to upgrade that to increase the speed for it to work better, or you just tell them just go get a new phone? I mean, I don't see where the break point is to actual repairing to purchasing a new one.
So purchasing a new one, like you said, it's going to cost, you know, possibly $1,000. Most repairs don't cost anything close to that amount. And so generally with an older phone, what happens after a phone's about 2 to 3 years, you start seeing them slow down because of batteries. That is the most common culprit, as well as storage and
software.
Yeah.
You could deal with a software glitch a lot of times, especially the Samsungs. We just recommend doing a backup and wipe every couple years, really. The system starts getting lagged down. Of course, you install stuff, you uninstall it when you decide you don't want it, it starts clogging up the system and it will slow stuff down. For the most part, generally backing up, wiping everything, and putting a fresh operating system, very similar to computer systems, is generally a real good fix. If it slows back down when we reinstall your software, the backup, at that point we know that, hey, you have something that's really hogging up processes on this. So at that point, we'll help you kind of weed through and figure out what exactly is clogging up the system, needs to be eliminated. And a lot of times it's a malicious app. The flashlight apps are bad. They found out that actually they were made by some Chinese and Russian firms, and that's why you noticed a lot of the phone manufacturers started integrating the flashlight into the actual software. That way, nobody's there stealing your data. Right now, they're saying that the data analytics just on us is the new gold rush. So all these companies are trying to capture as much information about what we do on a day-to-day basis.
And you mean we as the world?
Yeah, the world. Yeah. Yes. Collectively, we.
So, Chris, talk a little bit about your background, man. You've became just an amazing expert at this technology and replacing, chips that are half the size of my pinky nail. Kind of talk about your background and how you got all into this, man, because the knowledge you have, like I said earlier, is just simply amazing. When I came into y'all's store, it blew my mind, man. I was like, this is unbelievable.
Thank you.
So, yeah, my dad owned a answering and paging company in El Paso, actually, through the 80s and early 90s. One day I was annoying him at work. He's like, come here, brings me into the tech room, hands me a box of bad pager boards with all the components on them. And he's like, okay, this is a crystal, starts breaking it all down, what I need to do, and had me stripping good parts from there. That's my first introduction really to soldering. The first pager I worked on was the old Motorola BPR 3000s, the ones that just had a speaker in them before they actually went digital. From there, didn't do a whole lot of tech work for my dad besides for stripping and rebuilding these pagers. From there, started building computers. The first computer I built was a 486. I think it was 92, 93, right around that time frame. From there, didn't have much of a background. I was always pulling stuff apart. Then around 2000, I went to school for integrated circuit layout and design. Didn't follow through with all that, but that gave me a good cornerstone for really what's happening here now. Even when me and Mandy first met, I was pulling apart pieces of equipment, replacing displays, always fixing something. I'm always trying to tinker with stuff. And it doesn't even have to be electronics. If it's mechanical, I'll even tinker with it. So I've always had that kind of mindset of being able to pull stuff apart and then put it back together.
Did you ever have a problem like me? I don't know if you were listening earlier, where I was an electronics hoarder and I just was emotionally attached to every little chip that I never wanted to get rid of anything.
Our entire house is that way.
I have a little mason jar with those little chips that are about half the size of your pinky. And yeah, it'll probably never be used, but it's just one of those things. I'm like, there's precious metals in those. I have a hard time just saying, yeah, it's garbage.
But like you said, we have boxes of cords from everything. But then just yesterday, a customer came over and said he needed a special cord for a nebulizer. Someone's having trouble breathing. We went through all of our boxes of cords looking to see if we have that cord. You never know what you have, and that's why you hoard it all.
Well, we're talking this morning to Amanda Murphy and Chris McDonald of A1 Smartphone and Tablet Repair. We're going to step aside just for a quick moment. I'm actually going to play y'all's commercial because I think it's awesome, and then we'll be right back as we continue. Want to welcome everybody in that's joining us on the YouTube live stream, and we will continue here. We'll be right back. This is Good Morning Georgetown on Hip Radio Network. Stay with us. We'll be right back here in just a moment.
Hey, what's up? This is Chris.
Hey, y'all, this is Amanda.
And together we are A1 Smartphone and Tablet Repair. Together, now there's a word.
Christopher.
No, it's a great thing to be together. We're able to reach Georgetown and surrounding communities as your one-stop electronics repair shop.
A1 Smartphone and Tablet Repair has been invested in the community since 2014.
We repair your electronic devices, including smartphones, tablets, computers,
microsoldering, data recovery, drones, and sound equipment.
Hey, don't forget about broken screens.
We're A1 Smartphone and Tablet Repair in Georgetown. Visit us online at a1phonerepairs.com.
Here's your Georgetown forecast from the Hip Radio Network Weather Center. Partly cloudy skies today with daytime highs approaching 88. South winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Overcast tonight, lows level off around 65. Cloudy again tomorrow, daytime highs approaching 87. Turning cooler Saturday and Sunday with highs in the upper 70s. Chance for scattered storms Saturday. That's a look at your forecast. I'm meteorologist Paul Trombley. Currently, it's 66 degrees.
Broadcasting worldwide from the Ashby Real Estate Broadcast Studio. This is Hip Radio Network, Georgetown, your hometown station.
Well, good morning, Georgetown. Thanks for waking up with us. Time now 8:37 a.m. here on KHGT-DB. It's Hip Radio Network, Georgetown, your hometown station. We've got our special guest here on the show this morning, one of our sponsors, but an amazing couple, and they're doing amazing things in here in Georgetown with A1 Smartphone and Tablet Repair. Again, it is Mandy Murphy alongside Chris McDonald. Appreciate you guys being here this morning. And, man, I'm just bummed out. I'm still bummed about the Facebook issue, but we've at least got it going on YouTube. And so I told you guys we're going to definitely have y'all back on now again on once Facebook fixes their issues.
Most definitely.
We'll talk a little bit more. You know, you guys not only repairing iPhones and Apple products and screens. Chris, I wanted to ask you something really cool that I didn't even have any clue that you were able to do. And what that is you have a way of repairing glass or something like that. I mean, it was, when you showed it to me, I was like, this is incredible. Talk a little bit more about what that is and just how you can resurface glass and those kind of things.
Well, it's not exactly resurfacing the glass itself. Once the glass is broke, we've seen a lot of stuff out there like the windshield repair kits that people are like, well, I can get that for $5. Don't do that. You're going to destroy your device. It's not going to work, and it's not going to end well. A lot of this stuff, especially the newer devices, do require specialized equipment. Bottom line, you wouldn't jump into mechanics and expect that, your standard toolkit from AutoZone is going to work. When it gets down to it, we can actually, on edge glass and all the flat surface glass, including the iPads and stuff like that, the newer iPads where they've been quoted out, if you've ever dealt with one of those, the repair cost went way through the roof. And that's because, especially with the iPads, they're bonding the screens on these newer ones, which means you have to run it through a pretty intensive process. One of the processes is freezing it down to anywhere between 135 to negative 165 Celsius.
Wow.
At that point, we are crystallizing the glue and we can pull off the glass. It leaves all the glue on the actual display. So at that point, you have to actually clean that off, which is its own process, and then re-adhere it through a lamination process. Generally, there'll be a couple bubbles left over, and then the final process would be dropping it into what the Chinese call a autoclave. All it is a pressure chamber for the most part. That'll push all the bubbles out. It's a very interesting process. It's a delicate process. That's one thing we try to explain to people is, yes, there's a difference between a shop that's offering 30-minute repairs as opposed to us where a person says they want an original screen. We're putting an original screen. We're pretty much making that screen to order. If their screen's damaged, we buy original screens from the other repair shops
that have been broken, taken off of somebody's phone, and then we refurbish it to keep you having an original screen.
Correct.
Wow. Okay. Well, it's just it's really cool because what you guys do is extremely technical. But whenever you're there and talking, I know right now on the show, some people say, "Man, that sounds so technical." But whenever you guys are interacting with people, one-on-one, you make it clear as day what's going on. I wanted to reach back out to Lee. Lee, some pretty amazing stuff we're hearing this morning, man.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, just that micro technology stuff is amazing. I know I see a lot of it in my industry with some of the inverter technologies and compressors. So it's everywhere now.
Well, as we continue to talk to Amanda Murphy here and Chris McDonald of A1 Smartphone and Tablet Repair, you guys have also now branched out doing some computer repair. Talk a little bit about that. And your proximity to Sun City makes your business extremely lucrative to a neighborhood out there that needs your services.
Yes, very much so. There's a lot of companies that want to service businesses and things like that, but everybody kind of forgets about the residentials. And so Sun City, there's a lot of people out there that need help just setting up their computers, getting their printers talking, their internet talking and stuff like that. And Suddenlink, we use Suddenlink. We're fine with Suddenlink. We love Suddenlink just fine. But sometimes getting some assistance from them. And so Chris has gone over to some people's houses just to help them get their internet set up, get their smartphone and their smart TV and all, Alexa and all of those things communicating with each other where, the internet company's there to get you your internet and then we'll go on, And so we're now expanding out into being able to do computers and helping people with
MSP is what we're rolling out. I think me and you talked about it a little bit when you were here the other day, Rob. And when another company left here, they sold out to a company that moved them to Round Rock. They left a vacuum really in Georgetown, and we started seeing a lot of people actually mistaking us for that other company. And because we're 2 doors down from them, or where they were. And once that was all said and done, we kind of sat back and we were like, this is something we can do. I worked on computers personally, built gaming rigs for friends, stuff like that. But I never really thought that opening the cell phone repair shop would actually morph into also computer repair. And kind of like Amanda said, I mean, I've had people bring me over ABS modules out of cars and say they've already done the diagnostics. They know it's inside the module. And once they tell me that, I'm like, okay, let me look at the module, and we got it fixed. It was something that a shop was quoting out $1,400 to do. And in the end, I turned around and only charged $100 for the work that I did.
Wow.
And then the shop itself, I think, was able to discount it down close to $1,000,
And see, that kind of goes back to Lee a while ago. You were saying, is the repair, is it going to cost more than getting a new device? And I think with these guys, in a lot of cases at A1, no, it won't. It's cheaper to get the repair done.
Yeah. And we try to even make sure if it's not cost effective, then I'm sitting there with you trying to help you find a new phone. Okay, you're going to have to replace this. Let's see what your best deal is. Don't just go and buy the first thing you see, let's do some shopping together and everything like that if it's not cost effective to do the repair and stuff.
And we also generally operate based off of a no fix, no fee schedule. The only exemption to that is water damage.
Yeah.
You bring a water damaged device in, there is going to be a fee. The chemicals are expensive. It is very in-depth as far as labor. I can spend 2 to 3 hours on a device and end up with nothing, which I'm okay with that because it balances out. When a customer is like, really, you worked 3 hours on it and I don't owe you anything? Don't worry about it. That's what makes us strive to be better at what we do.
That's awesome. Well, as we continue here again talking to Chris McDonald, Amanda Murphy of A1 Smartphone and Tablet Repair, wanted to ask, some questions. One of them, and for you guys to talk about this morning, how are you staying open right now during this COVID-19 pandemic? Of course, it's been tough for a lot of businesses. How are you guys faring in your business, specifically here in Georgetown? How are you dealing with this pandemic right now?
It is very stressful for sure. We are an essential business. You do need your devices up and running to be able to, like I said, stay in communication and everything like that. We've shortened our hours to also limit our exposure to anything. So we're open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 4 right now. I'm meeting everybody on the front porch. We've got a little table set up. I've got gloves out there. I've got hand sanitizer. I have a container of alcohol. If we can get some masks, I will be happy to wear masks as well, but they have been on shortage and our first responders need those first and foremost. But We're doing everything we can to keep everybody protected as well. I'm sterilizing everybody's devices. I'm keeping people, let's all stand 6 feet apart. If you see someone's already on my front porch, stay in your car for just a moment. Let's finish up with them before you get out. Let's, limit interaction as best that we can and sterilize everything before it comes into my house, while we're doing the repairs, and then before I hand anything back to people. I put on new gloves. I sterilize everything all over again. I set it down so that they're the ones picking it up. We're trying to limit everything to keep everybody safe. This is a very scary time, but we want to stay open to take care of everybody as well. We had the option. We can totally shut down and play Monopoly and Clue all day long and drink margaritas like everybody else, or we can stay open and, try to do what we can to take care of everybody. So, like I said, we're open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 4. We're meeting on the front porch. If people want to come with, their own gloves and things like that, I completely understand. We've had some people that have showed up with their own gloves already on, and that's awesome to see as well, because I know that they're trying to take care of themselves. I've had some people call me and let me know that they're, immune compromised and that they're going to have their grandchild get out of the car and stuff like that. And as always, this has always been my policy. If you cannot get out of your car and come in, then you just let me know and I come to you. That has been our policy from day one. We service so many different people, and in Georgetown, there is a wide range of customers and everything like that. And there's plenty of times people can't get out of their car, and I don't want you to get out of your car. I will come to you and everything. So that's what we're doing. That's how we're staying open. Those are our hours and everything. And like I said, just meeting on the front porch. And if people need appointments after 10 to 4, we can totally do that. Because I know not everybody is off between those hours. So we're still here to service all of our clients like we always had. And if someone doesn't get off of work till 6:30, then we schedule an appointment at that point. I'm here for our community and everything like that.
Well, one thing that I'm kind of bummed about is we normally, whenever I have hosts or guests in our studio, I'm normally able to take a selfie with them. And I can't do that because you guys aren't here with me. So if you don't mind, I've actually got my phone right now. I put it on the video to see both of us here on the screen, and we're going to do something a little fun here. If we'll just give each other a thumbs up or however you guys want to do it, and I'll give you guys a little selfie here. How does that work?
That works.
All right, let me take a couple here. There we go. Oh, hold on. We got to get Lee in on this as well. Hold on, Lee. I haven't forgot about you, buddy. Poor Lee. Doggone it. I'm just kidding. All right, here we go, Lee. Get ready. We're all going to do a little thumbs up. We're all going to get through this together. On the count of 3, guys, here we go. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. That we'll see how that's going to be fun, man. So, well, I wanted to ask you guys a couple more questions. We continue the conversation here with Chris McDonald and Amanda Murphy over at A1 Smartphone and Tablet Repair. You guys are able to do remote support right now. Talk a little bit about that during this time.
So that was something that we were not going to be announcing just yet. We had all kinds of plans that we were going to roll out all kinds of new stuff in April, and I was going to make all these announcements. With what's going on, things change. So with COVID and everything, we've decided we need to go ahead and roll out the remote administration now. Don't need to wait a few more days or anything like that. We need to get it moving. We're still in training on it. It is something that like I said, it was just going to be a new April thing that we were going to be rolling out and starting to tell people about it. So we are still in training on the remote administration, and Chris can actually explain that a lot better. But yes, it is something where we will be able to, if you're having problems and we can't come to your house and you're trying to work from home, we can get into your system and help you figure out things and straighten out stuff. And I'll let Chris explain it a lot better.
Yeah.
So yeah, with the managed service provider, we were trying to roll it out and be trained by now, but of course we had issues on our side with having COVID going on, and then I just got reached out to by our trainer, and he sprained his ankle. So luckily it's not COVID related, but now we're set out, another week to sit down and have the training done and all that. What it is it's a cloud-based service provider. So I would send over an email that basically has a link to a packet. You install this packet, and depending on what you chose to go with from a service with us, there's just a standard remoting in that gives you access to the computer. Now, of course, it's one of those things you can set it up to, where the end person that's actually having the services provided for them knows that we're there. It's not something that's just going to allow me wide open access to your computer.
You have to grant us access every time to get into your computer.
I am coming into your computer now. It doesn't work like that.
And then on top of that, there's different levels of, we can add, you know, cloud-based monitoring, where basically if you're having networking issues with all the Internet of Things, the Alexas, all this stuff going on, our houses are now getting to the point where they're automated, and it'll allow me to actually monitor not necessarily traffic on the network, but for errors on the network. So you can actually stay ahead of the curve. And from a service provider standpoint, before the customer calls saying that their printer's having issues, the system's already letting me know of that issue on a day-to-day basis, that, hey, this printer keeps having a conflicting IP address, so that's why it's not sending stuff. And then you can run remote scripts and stuff like that, send scripts over to the computer to actually have it auto-configure the IP, all that good stuff. From there, there's also the antivirus. For most people, Windows Defender on these new Windows 10 systems should work, depending on what kind of websites you're going to, but there is added protection that can be stacked on top of the service provider package and all that.
Well, as we're continuing to talk here to Chris McDonald and Amanda Murphy of A1 Smartphone and Tablet Repair, one of our sponsors here on HRN, but also a couple that is very engaged in our Georgetown community. They do such wonderful work. I wanted to mention this, and this is kind of the last little question here. You had mentioned something about donations for first responders and medical personnel. Can you explain on that a little bit more, Amanda, this morning?
Most definitely. So we had seen a post from the Georgetown Fire Department, and we've heard about everybody needing masks and gloves and everything like that. And so we are trying to help. We've joined forces with Help Crisis Assistance, Julie Hobbs, and we're trying to, if you have gloves, mask, anything like that that our first responders can use, you are more than welcome to come donate them here. We will get them to the appropriate people that need them. If you want to donate directly, if you have the financial funds to be able to donate, Help Crisis Assistant is on Facebook. They're online and everything. You can donate directly to them. Julie is using that funds to be able to get the things that are needed. I saw just last night a new post from her saying that they're in need of diapers, adult diapers, children diapers. They need formula. They need baby food. Mm-hmm. There's so many things right now that are needed. And so if people want to use us as a donation drop-off place, we will make sure everything gets to where it is. We, as a business, we're trying to find a few other businesses that would want to pitch in to see if we can order a large order of gloves and masks like that to be able to just donate to the first responders, to our hospitals. Anybody that needs these items, we're in such a short supply of these items and stuff. And so if anybody wants to help, do donations and everything like that, we can be a drop-off point. Like I said, Help Crisis Assistance. Julie's set this up to be able to help people in a crisis. And right now, COVID is a crisis for many people. So it's a beautiful thing. If anybody wants to donate or anything like that, know that everything that you're donating is going to the appropriate people that it needs to go to and stuff. So we're just looking for gloves and masks and everything like that, if anybody has any extras.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it.
Let me I can purchase latex gloves through some of my vendors. I can reach out to them and see if they can help us out, and if they have any in stock. I know they were getting low because in our industry we're trying to be just as cautious like everybody else, wear gloves and stuff, but they usually get shipments in pretty often, so I can reach out to them and see if they can help out.
That would be great. That is exactly what we're trying to do. Is each one of us has a vendor that we use for certain things, and that's the same thing as us. My brother owns a Caring Group down in Austin, not to be confused with the Caring Place in Georgetown, but Caring Group in Austin. They supply medical equipment from walkers, wheelchairs, you name it. So he's who we normally buy all of our gloves from. And I contacted him. I was like, we need gloves, we need masks, and he's like, I can get
one or two boxes.
Yeah, he's like, it's such a shortage right now. So yes, that's what I'm asking for, is if anybody knows, hey, yeah, I get gloves from this guy, let me call him and see what they have. It's got to be.
You said your brother owns one
together.
You said the one in Austin, not Georgetown. Your brother.
So there's a caring place in Georgetown which supplies food and stuff like that to people in need. My brother's, his business is called the Caring Group, and it's Kerring. And they provide, like I said, medical equipment. So people, can purchase walkers and wheelchairs and everything like that, as well as, stair equipment to be able to move up and down your stairs and stuff like that. So he supplies us with our gloves usually and our mask. And so, yeah, he's just on a shortage though now himself, trying to make sure all of his clients have masks and gloves and everything like that, while they're hopefully staying at home. But I know so many people are still getting out there on the roads.
Well, again, I appreciate Chris and Mandy being here with us this morning. Just wanted to give you one final opportunity to talk a little bit more about your business and how people can get in touch with you.
Okay, so A1 Smartphone and Tablet Repair. We're located at 4124 Williams Drive. It's half a mile between Serenata Drive and DB Woods Drive. We're across the street from the Live Oak Apartment Complex. It's a 2-story house. We are still open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 4, doing business on the front porch. We can do appointments after hours and everything like that as well. Phone number is 512-937-2355. Our email address is amanda@a1phonerepairs.com, and our website is www.a1phonerepairs.com.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you got one thing I love about y'all is just Amanda, you're always laughing and having a good time. Chris is always laughing, having a good time. And it's so contagious what you guys put out to people. And I think Georgetown, really, really enjoys you guys and what you do. And we're honored, and I'm personally honored to have you as a sponsor here on HRN. And again, we're going to have to do this again once Facebook gets their stuff finished. And Lee, we won't talk about arrows next time.
I'm going to put up a picture of Winnie the Pooh behind me.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that's about where we're at right now. So, well, Amanda and Chris, just any final words that you'd like to say to the Georgetown community right now also before we let you go.
Stay healthy, stay safe, everybody. Stay at home if you don't have to get out. This is a crazy time for sure. God bless everybody. I don't know. Let's just all stay healthy and stay safe together. Help out your neighbors, help out each other. Don't forget your neighbor next door is in need as well. So don't hoard anything, everybody.
Well, Chris, thanks for being here as well, man. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome, and looking forward to chatting with you again very soon. And thanks for getting up this morning. I know it's early when you're in the IT business because I was in it as well. I know exactly what that's like because there was nights to where I didn't go to bed until like 4 and 5 in the morning. And so
yes,
getting
we have
up,
many of those nights.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys. Y'all stay safe, and thanks for all you do for the community.
Thank you. Y'all too.
Well, once again, that was Chris and Mandy from A1 Smartphone and Tablet Repair. Really appreciate them being on our show this morning. Despite the Facebook technical issues, we were still able to get them on, and a lot of folks were still joining us through the app as well. So just reminding you that you can always download that app at Hip Radio Network. All you got to do is just go to Hip Radio Network, and you can easily join that. Still joined on the phone by Lee Ortiz of Climate Control Pros. He is our guest host, or our co-host every Friday here on Hip Radio Network Georgetown. And Lee, pretty awesome program today, man. I just a little bit bummed that we had some of those glitches there with Facebook, but other than that, man, it's just been a fun morning, and hopefully being able to get some more information out to the community.
Always a good time hanging out with you on Friday mornings, Rob. And I'm definitely going to be reaching out to Amanda and Chris. I mean, they have some great ideas with helping out the community, and I think that's what we need to do is those that can help, please do.
Well, if you're not too busy tonight, I know you stay pretty busy, Lee, but don't forget we're having the HRN virtual dance party tonight from 7 to 8. And so, clear out your living room, get your kids. We're going to have a lot of fun as we'll be playing some dance music from the requests that are coming in. We've already had several more of those requests. Go to hrngeorgetown.com/request to request your music. If you're a business in the community that needs help, let us know what your needs are. We want to help in any way that we can. We're providing a platform. We're already thinking about doing an online auction to help your business. All you have to do is visit hrngeorgetown.com/support. That is if you're a small business owner in Georgetown or even smaller surrounding communities such as Andice, Weir, Wahlberg, Bartlett, Thorndale, Thrall, Jarrell, all of those areas that are smaller and including Georgetown. We want to help you. Visit hrngeorgetown.com/support. Lee, any final comments from you, man? It's 9 a.m. before we let you go, partner.
No, Georgetown, just stay safe. Again, I just love Michelle Webb. Just be kind to each other and take care of each other. And at the end of the day, we're all in this together.
Awesome. Well, Lee, thanks for being here. Can't wait to have you back on next Friday as well. And everything will be rocking and rolling, and hopefully we'll have some better news as far as this COVID-19 pandemic goes. But stay safe out there, Lee. I appreciate you, brother. God bless you, and we will chat with you again soon.
Sounds good.
Once again, as Lee Ortiz joining us here on Good Morning Georgetown. And friends, as always, appreciate you being part of this program every morning, weekdays, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. As we continue Good Morning Georgetown, we'll be back on the air on Monday. I wish everybody a very pleasant Friday. Again, stay safe out there. Do your part in helping to take care of others that are really struggling right now, and we're going to continue to provide that platform. Friends, as I remind you on every broadcast, we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. Provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there today needs you. God bless you, Georgetown. Good morning, and we'll see you back on Monday right here on Hip Radio Network. Also, make sure to join us tonight from 7 to 8. It's the HRN Virtual Dance Party. Until then, have a good day, everyone. We'll talk to you later.